Did you know that Jenny McCarthy, former Playboy model, revealed all of the best and worst of Hugh Hefner's secrets a few years after his death? While she was only very close to being a victim, the actress would not spare Hollywood executives who couldn't control themselves around skirts. But given the fact that both of them seemed to be an item before his passing, what could have happened between them that made Jenny reveal all Hugh Hefner's secrets? Is it in any way connected to why she struggled so much to find love in the industry? Let's find out while showing you some of her rare photos. Jenny McCarthy was not her parents' favorite child, but one thing they never expected was that she would bring shame to the family name because of her chosen career. Jenny was born into a family of practicing Catholics. From birth, her mother, who was a housewife, made sure to teach Jenny and her siblings the principles of their beliefs, and she believed she did a great job until Jenny needed money. Their father, on the other hand, was not as enthusiastic about the faith as his wife was. His satisfaction came from seeing all of his children active in high school sports. But life in high school was not a very pleasant experience for Jenny, who juggled cheerleading, sports, and making good grades. The actress also described herself as an outcast because of how she was bullied. Jenny joined Southern Illinois University to earn a nursing degree. However, she never got that because Playboy didn't want her to. According to the popular blogs, Jenny only sent her picture to Playboy magazine because she needed money to finance her tuition. But when she got Hugh Hefner's attention, he would do anything to get her to stay. A few weeks after she sent in her application photo, Playboy wrote back to her with a $20,000 offer for a nude pose. Jenny threw all of her mother's lessons in the wind, and by October 1993, she was not just $20,000 richer, but her naked pictures were the trending news in the Catholic community. From Hefner's side of the story, the reason why he wanted Jenny McCarthy so much was that she had this wholesome Catholic girl persona with a schoolgirl theme featured. This alone made him choose her out of 10,000 other young girls. While Hefner celebrated this win, things grew hostile for Jenny and her parents at home. According to the actress, their house was pelted with eggs by the Catholic neighborhood, and her sisters were hated and bullied in school. Her parents were also furious about the contract with Playboy, but Jenny revealed that things got better when she offered to clear a few bills at home. As compensation for all the trouble, Jenny McCarthy was made Playmate of the Year, and she was placed on a $100,000 salary. This caused even more trouble at home, and Jenny had to move the family to Los Angeles, where she would fall for another of Hugh Hefner's seduction, somehow convincing her to co-host a Playboy TV show called Hot Rocks, which advertised uncensored music videos. Jenny, at some point, was not happy with her new job, so she started exploring for better alternatives. By 1995, MTV signed her as a co-host for a new dating show called Singled Out, and she quickly left Playboy. But even Jenny knew that you cannot win against Hugh Hefner for too long. He wanted revenge, and he was going to get it. Jenny's relationship with her Playboy boss was strained at some point, but they both agreed to keep deceiving the public. But after Hefner's death, the actress was not going to hold back on all she saw while working in the Playboy mansion. "I went to the parties. I got to see a lot of the action," Jenny revealed. There was still so much sex going on with gross celebrities in the grotto area. Jenny gave out the names of American comedian Pauly Shore and actor Jack Nicholson as regular visitors in the mansion. Unfortunately, they would invite, for every 20 guys, there was one girl. The guys were just in heaven, but also the guys were 70-year-olds. The Playboy's mansion throughout its history has been decorated with rumors of orgies and sexual misconduct, and Jenny McCarthy just joined the list of disgruntled testifiers. While Jenny didn't say anything about being a victim to the taboos of the Hefner's mansion, she gave a hint of the few inappropriate things she had passed through in the hands of Hollywood executives, and the most popular was her experience with the American screenwriter Steven Seagal. It was during the audition of the 1995 action film Under the Siege, and McCarthy has refused to forgive Steven ever since. At that time, Jenny McCarthy was still new to the dangers of the Playboy Playmate tag, and from her story, she was already so irritated by it. Nobody really cared about what she was doing on screen unless she was nude or taking her clothes. This was why she wore a muumuu to the audition of this film, but it still didn't save her. According to the actress, she walked into Seagal's office and quickly noticed that there were no other people in the room. This was an obvious red flag, but she needed the role, so she stayed. "Now, I've been on a few auditions and there's at least 2 people in every room," she said. But I talked myself out of it because he was a celebrity and so maybe that was normal. Everything went to script until Steven asked her to sit with him near the fireplace, and he wouldn't stop there. He also reminded her that the role she wanted had nudity in it, and so she had to take her clothes off. From Jenny's story, Segal wouldn't stop negotiating with her on what body part to reveal, and she gave him exactly what he was asking for when he asked to see her breasts. I paused. I looked at him and went from shock to sadness, McCarthy said. My eyes filled with water and I yelled, "Go buy my Playboy video, it's on sale for $19.99, and I just took off." Jenny ran to her car completely grossed out as she wondered how many girls had to take off their clothes for Steven Seagal's approval. She didn't notice that he was following her and he would threaten her to not tell anyone about what happened. To her, Steven Seagal was the real enemy, not Hefner. Jenny might not be Hugh Hefner's biggest fan, but she just couldn't deny his impact on her life. On the night that he died, she credited him for giving her an opportunity of a lifetime. There are always those people in your life that change the course of your life, and I think about how many people he affected just through me alone, McCarthy said about the Playboy boss. She lavished him with songs of praise, revealing that she would have never made it this far in her career if Hefner hadn't convinced her to drop school. Life after Playboy magazine was not as easy as Jenny McCarthy thought. While she was no longer in the modeling industry, their troubles never left her. Her first major film role came in 1998, and she starred alongside Trey Parker and Matt Stone in the comedy Basketball. The following year, we saw her in the American drama film Diamonds. Then, in 2000, she had a role in the horror movie Scream 3. This film was a box office success, grossing $34.7 million on its first weekend. So Jenny thought it would be a good idea to parody her role in the horror film spoof Scary Movie 3, alongside fellow playmate and actress Pamela Anderson. People believed that Jenny McCarthy bit more than she could chew when she thought that she could write, produce, and direct her own show, and her first attempt would be her last. In 2005, Jenny released her first movie project, Dirty Work, and the results were far from what she expected. She was given the Razzie Awards for the Worst Actress, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Picture for her work on Dirty Love. Other notable appearances by the actress include John Tucker Must Die, Santa Baby, and in 2013 she hosted her own television talk show, The Jenny McCarthy Show. McCarthy continued her TV success streak as a co-host on the ABC talk show The View. Since 2019, the actress has been a judge on the Fox musical competition show The Masked Singer. Like her career, Jenny McCarthy would also not find happiness until she was exploited, heartbroken, and abused. Her first industry love story was with manager Ray Manzella, and although McCarthy has been too shy to give out the name of her abuser, it is widely believed that Manzella is guilty. On the details of her abuse, Jenny said that she was manipulated into the relationship, and she still considers it a miracle to have left with her life. "I no longer had thoughts," she said. "They were replaced with his thoughts about me. That I was worthless, disgusting, talentless, ugly, fat, smelled so badly. I was no longer worthy of being kissed." Jenny's second relationship was with actor John Mallory Asher. And while it didn't have the fairy tale ending, it was certainly an upgrade from her last romance. McCarthy met John for the first time on the set of the 1999 Diamonds, and a few months later they were exchanging vows on the altar. The couple had a son, Evan, born in May 2002. He was diagnosed with autism in May 2005, and 4 months later, Jenny's husband left her. McCarthy had learned her lessons about marriage, and that was all she was going to do in her next romance with actor Jim Carrey. With Jim, she could have all the fun she wanted, but where she drew the line was the idea of being together forever. Their relationship flourished in the eyes of the media, but behind the scenes, things were not just as jolly. According to People magazine editor David Chaplin, Carrey suffered from extreme depression, and that might have taken its toll on his relationship with Jenny. Anyway, they were together for 5 years, and by April 2010, the couple announced their breakup. With a stitched and bandaged heart, McCarthy decided to give love just one more shot, and luckily for her, she was not going to miss. In July 2013, McCarthy announced that she was dating singer and actor Donnie Wahlberg. It was all going well until Donnie went down on one knee. According to the actress, she agreed to marry Wahlberg not just because of love, but because they were going to do everything to keep their marriage going, even what the world might consider inappropriate or unorthodox. The couple tied the knot on August 31, 2014, and that was when they started revealing secrets that have kept them from breaking up. One of them was that they both visit therapy to fix their marriage. Even Prince Charming and the fairy tale doesn't come without work, McCarthy said. I loved him so much as soon as I met him. I was like, how do I not mess this up? I'm going to ask him, before we even have our first fight, if we can go to therapy together. The second thing that they do to keep their union flourishing is that they don't sleep alone, no matter how far apart they might be. According to Donnie, he and his wife sleep on FaceTime together when they're working in different locations. To all of this, he also revealed that he sends her flowers every week to keep the sparks going. He's never missed a Monday in 10 years. He treats me like a queen, Jenny said. He's my everything. He still gives me butterflies. He's the love of my life. Took a long search, but it seemed like Jenny had finally found that one man who could go to war for her. From all of her smiles when they're together, we know that she would do anything to keep this going on forever. Jenny was always scared to love for all the good reasons, and a broken romance would place her with a burden that she now considers her life purpose. Any true fan of McCarthy will know her stance on the issue of autism and how the world criticized her for it after her nude Playboy pose. McCarthy has just one child from her marriage with her ex-husband John Asher, and the circumstances following his birth were not anything that a mother would wish for. Since her son turned 3, the actress has been public about her struggles with her son's autism, and interestingly, this was what gave her true fulfillment. My reason for being famous was to deliver this message, Jenny told CNBC. I wake up every day and not only fear for my own child, but for all of these kids. Ever since, McCarthy has authored many books on parenting and autism while pioneering fundraisers occasionally. However, she drew a lot of controversy when she said that she doesn't believe that vaccines can cure autism. According to the actress, autism is like a motor accident. You can't cure any of them by swallowing a pill. She believes that you only recover from them. With her dedication and diligence to the cause, Jenny had drawn the attention of big names like Bill Clinton and Shaquille O'Neal, who all gave validation to what she was doing. These days, McCarthy is not as popular as she was on the screen during her prime, and she loves it this way. More, if not all, of her time goes to family and her philanthropic engagements. Jenny McCarthy, now 51 years old, makes herself even more attractive with her love for humanity. With all the controversies to her name, there's no denying that Jenny is a special talent. She enjoys the celebrity lifestyle as a family woman in her mansion in Los Angeles. The actress has an estimated net worth of $25 million. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen below. As always, thanks for watching.